Shabbat Shalom, Shabbatah. Happy Sabbath, Sabbath family. Welcome back to Flipping Pages, Stirring Sauces. If it is your first time here, welcome. My gratitude, tawada, and gratitude to all of those of you who have liked, subscribed, and commented. I know in one of my previous videos I had mentioned that the conflict that is currently going on with the two nations who are not the Creator's chosen people, that the conflict has to continue in order for the land to be cleansed so that it can be returned to us. And it would appear that Natanyahu, I think that's how you say his name, Netanyahu, is trying to force prophecy. He is trying to do what we are supposed to do when the Creator takes us back into the land. And I'm going to read Deuteronomy Chapter 7 because what he's trying to force right now is what we are supposed to be doing when we are returned to the land. And all the conflicts that are currently going on, we can find somewhere in the Bible. And even the conflict that's going on in Haiti. And the thing is, there's a common thread. There is a common thread. And when you look at the common thread in all these conflicts around the world, one nation forms that common thread. And that is Babylon. Babylon is responsible for all these conflicts around the world. I'm going to be reading Deuteronomy 7. When Yahweh, thy Awah, shall bring thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than us. And when Yahweh thy Awah shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show any mercy unto them, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you and destroy you suddenly. But thus shall you deal with them. You shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. What is the most prominent image we see everywhere today? Every church you go into, what is hanging in that church? Think about that. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh, your Awah. The Lord thy Yahweh has chosen you to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people. For you were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and all of them, has the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know therefore that the Lord thy Yahweh, he is Awah, the faithful Awah, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations, and repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them. Wherefore it shall come to pass, if ye hearken to these judgments and keep and do them, that the Lord thy Awah shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he sware unto thy fathers. And he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of your womb, of thy womb, and the fruit of thy land, thy corn and thy wine, and thine oil, the increase of thy kine, and the flocks of thy sheep, in the land which sware unto thy fathers to give thee, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee. Thou shalt be baruched above all people. There shall not be male or female barren among you, or among your cattle. And the Lord will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. And thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thine eye shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods, for that will be a snare unto thee. If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but shall well remember what the Lord thy Yahweh did unto Pharaoh and unto all Egypt, the great temptations which thine eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders and the mighty hand and the stretched out arm whereby the Lord thy Yahweh brought thee out. So shall the Lord thy Yahweh do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. Moreover, the Lord thy Yahweh will send the hornet among them until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed. Thou shalt not be frightened at them, for the Lord thy Yahweh among you a mighty Yahweh and terrible. And the Lord thy Yahweh will put out those nations before thee by little and little. Thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beast of the field increase upon thee. But the Lord thy Yahweh shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction until they be destroyed. And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them. The graven images of their gods shall he burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared thereon, for it is an abomination to the Yahweh thy Yahweh. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it, but thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. So, Yahweh and Awa is used interchangeably for the Creator. So he doesn't even, when we've destroyed Babylon, so to speak, Yahweh doesn't even want us to take the spoils. Destroy everything. Everything must be destroyed. So that is what is expected of us when Yahweh returns us to the land. Now I'm going to read from the Apocrypha about what we are going to be doing to them. So they're currently making our job a little easier. I'm going to be reading from the Apocrypha. I will be reading the second book of Esdras, chapter 15. How am I doing for time? Okay. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of my prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee, and speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, for wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues, as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it, that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Does anybody have any respect for the princes and kings and rulers in the earth right now? I think not. And a man shall have, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. And for great tribulation. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. So right now, everybody is supporting those imposters, but they're going to turn on each other. And we should just be sitting back and waiting for our turn to come to destroy them. Like as they do, yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord your Yahweh. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and has consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For Yahweh shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. They won't be traveling in chariots, but at the time when this was written, that is what they knew. It will be the drones, the aeroplanes, the ships, whatever mode of transportation is used in the end time, which is now. Also, the Caramaeans, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy beseech them, and consume some of them, and in their host shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. They shall smite upon one another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth. Interesting. Even their own star. And blood shall be from the sword unto the belly, and dung of men unto the camel's hoe. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth. And they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And then shall there come great storms from the south, and from the north, and another part of the west. And strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall open it. And the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear towards the east and west wind, shall be destroyed. The great and mighty clouds shall be puffed up, full of wrath, and the star that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place an horrible star, fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood, and grass of the meadows, and their corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon, and make her afraid. We will go steadfastly unto Babylon, and make them afraid. They shall come to her, and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her, and they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. So that means that Babylon, whose foreparents brought us into slavery and used us, they are going to serve us. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore saith Yahweh, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower, that the heat shall arise that is sent over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. So that's what Babylon is going to look like. And nobody's going to want to have anything to do with Babylon. Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, saith the Lord, if thou hast not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thine hands, and saying over their dead when thou wast drunken, set forth the beauty of the countenance. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom, therefore shalt thou receive recompense. So for all the things that they've done wrong to the Creator's chosen people, Creator's gonna do it back to them double. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall Yahweh do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword, Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread, and thirst of water. Thou as unhappy shall come through the sea, and receive plagues again. And in the passage they shall rush on the idle city, and shall destroy some portion of thy land, and consume part of thy glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. See, Babylon must and will be destroyed. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee, and thy cities, thy land, and thy mountains, all thy woods, and thy fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. The children shall they carry away captive, and look what thou hast. They shall spoil it and mar the beauty of thy face. So, that is what the Creator has planned for Babylon, who has been very unkind to his chosen people. And they all know that those imposters that are pretending to be the Creator's chosen people are not. And they uphold with it. And even in the time of apartheid in South Africa, when the world voted to end apartheid, Babylon vetoed it because it served Babylon's interest. And no, I'm not going to touch on Haiti tonight because this video is 25 minutes now. But, you know, if you have questions, whatever, just put it in the comment section and I will try to answer to the best of my ability, depending on the knowledge and the clarity that the Creator provides me with. But so please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I give you my peace. I give you my ahab. Until next time, shalom.